Can you tell me what you think that public space means?
Um, well, it makes me think of places like a park or a public square, places where people can gather freely, places like that.
Okay, and what do you think that institutional space means?
Well, it makes me think of institutions, as in big institutions, not specifically wanting to make a profit, but places like, well, maybe libraries, musea, places like that.
Well, for me, public space is space where you trespass. So it's not a space that belongs to a certain institution. So that's the difference with institutional space, because institutional space is most of the times closed in by an institution or inside of a building that belongs to an institution.
Where do you think that art should take place? In an institutional or in a public space?
Well, both have their place. I think it belongs in both.
Both.
Do you have a preference?
Yeah, I guess I slightly prefer the public places, public locations, because in a museum, at least for me, you very quickly get this very formal setting where you're only supposed to look at the art from a distance and not experience it too much. Otherwise, you might actually enjoy it or something like that. So, not too positive connotation.
Yeah, now it depends because most, if you have like a space like the Tumi Pavilion where you can exhibit, it's also domain of an institution. So then you are exhibiting in public space, but you're in an institutionalized or in a how do you say that? Yeah, in a space what belongs to an institution. So then you do both, and most of the times this is the case. Then you can put your work into public space, but in the same time it belongs to an institution.
So how would you react in those spaces?
Well, in a public space, I would be more inclined to actually interact with the art instead of just standing there watching, uh, shrugging my shoulders and thinking, okay, that was it.
Yeah, that depends of the institution or the public space. I think you have a bit more freedom of behavior in public space because you can more easy break the rules there than institutional space, because most of the times that is a closed environment, and the thing about closed environments is that the environment will also affect your behavior.